I'm not gonna lie, I've been low-key avoiding filming this video, and I will be using these stuffed animals quite a bit because, well, you'll see. Hey, what's up you guys, it's Carson and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we are going to be finally reacting to Holy Fuck, the brand new album by Demi Lovato. Now I know a little bit about some of the songs that have come out. I did watch the Zane Lowe interview and I did a little Insta searching about some stuff that I discovered today, and oh man, this is gonna be a very interesting reaction video. But I asked if you did not really read the content warning I put before I started this video. Make sure to read that, and if you are not comfortable with watching this video after reading that over, please do not feel obligated to watch this video. And also, I just got laid off my job. So if you want to help support me paying my rent, please consider checking out my Patreon and my merch store. I will say though, there is no extended reaction to this video. Expect a special vlog there soon to make up for that, but in the meanwhile, while we're here, I might as well just also say that if you want to buy my merch, I would highly suggest you wait a week or two because I may or may not have a sale coming up soon. But you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me. Lastly, before we jump into the video, I've seen a lot of discourse online regarding Demi's non-binary identity and the use of she, her pronouns. So what I'm going to do is use both she and they interchangeably because that's usually what you're supposed to do unless the person says otherwise. And anyone out there being like, oh, Demi's faking their non-binariness, you need to look more into non-binary identity, honey. And also, if you do not like Demi, you do not have to like Demi. I have lost a lot of respect for Demi myself, but you do not need to use their non-binary identity to attack them. I will not tolerate any transphobia in my comment section, so if you want to be transphobic, go somewhere else. So yeah, with that out the way, let's jump into the reaction. Oh fuck yeah. I love this already. Demi's voice sounds so smooth, so strong, so powerful. Oh my god. And that freak show line, that was from the album trailer, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was, because I recognized it immediately. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. Oh, this is gonna be sick. Me! Wow, I love that song. Like, I am not huge into like hearing like screaming in songs. Never was into the whole screamo thing, but I like how they utilized it here. It was kind of in the background. It was sort of like an undertone, but it really got the vibe across that this was like pop, punk, rock. I am so excited to hear the rest of this album. I think the next two songs though are Skin of My Teeth and Substance. So if you want to see those reactions, I'll have them in the title card right here. Oh, no, Demetria, you cannot do that to me. Ah! Oh my god! No! Okay, if you don't know what that is, I need to like actually adjust this camera for a second. I'm losing my shit right now. We're gonna skip over those ones in this video. The next song we're gonna be reacting to is Eat Me featuring Royals and the Serpent. I'm kind of excited for this one because I've heard that the song was kind of going around TikTok too. I don't know much about it, but I'm really excited. Me! This song, one, I hella relate to it so far. Number two, I'm just kind of stunned. This feels like Here We Go Again, but like amplified, you know? Like that's really what this whole album so far is giving me. I'm loving that so much. I love that Demi's going back to their rock roots in this way. And you know, a lot of people were kind of in my comment section on my Avril video being like, oh, you're so not into this stuff. Oh, it's so obvious. No, I'm not into generic shit. This doesn't feel generic. I love me some Avril, especially old school Avril. I love it so much. But her last album really just felt like the same song over and over again. And I shared this with a few other people who were more in that age range, and they all agreed with me. And to anyone being like, oh, you're just a bigger DEMI fan. No, not anymore. In fact, I've lost a lot of respect for DEMI, like I mentioned. Specifically surrounding their harm reduction stance. Just because they didn't do harm reduction properly, which I called out from the very beginning, doesn't mean that harm reduction is in its entirety bad. Because harm reduction can mean so many different things. But we'll get into that later in this video, probably. Why is this calling me out so much? Not the mentioning of the long hair. If you have not been around since like the beginning of me reacting to Demi Lovato on this channel, back then I had long hair, and then shortly after that video I cut it off. Wow. the irony of that is just, it's not lost on me. It's definitely not lost on me. Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Part of the reason I didn't want to film this video was because I was so exhausted. But boy, is this waking me up. Wow. That one was so fucking good. I'm actually surprised at my own reaction here. These songs so far are really, really good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. And like, I'm not even saying much about like the lyrics or anything. It's just the music is really so overpowering. It's so good. Wow. But the next song is actually the title track, Holy Fuck. I'm really excited for this song. We love a good Adam and Eve reference here on this channel. This is so interesting so far. I feel like this whole era was, oh my god, it just hit me. Okay, for so long I've noticed that like anti-Christian symbolism in pop music was like a big thing back in the early 2000s and 2010s. And I see it coming back now with Demi's album. And I'm kind of loving it. I loved that so much as a kid because it reminded me that, hey, it's not just this Judeo-Christian perspective. There's so much more out there. And we need things like this, I think, in media. It's a matter of being respectful and not trying to be like, oh, this religion's the worst. Because there are aspects to it that are, you know, very helpful, very wonderful, that I personally adopt in my own life. But at the same time, let's just say it for what it is. Christianity is really repressive. Moving on. Okay. One thing I'm really appreciating about this era is how much Demi is using their lower register. I think that's so incredible because we mostly hear her do things like really high notes and sorry not sorry and whatever, but she has a wonderful lower range as well. And I'm excited that she's actually utilizing it for this album because for one, it's probably healthier for her voice, and two, it gives her the chance to explore a different type of songwriting structure because it kind of can change depending on your vocal range for that song. I have songs in my lower register, I have songs in my higher register, and they're very different sounds simply because of the register that I'm using. So I really appreciate that. My body is a communion, take a bite of what I'm doing. That so far has been my favorite lyric from this album. Okay, wow, okay, so I really like the song. So far, it's not my favorite. It probably won't be in my top 5, but I really do like that lyric that I mentioned earlier about the communion. Oh, it's so good. I think the only reason why I don't like this song as much is because we start off with like Skin of My Teeth and Freak, and then it goes into that, and it's a little more chill. I do appreciate the nuance of that, but it's still, you know, it's one of those songs that I might not listen to again, but it is really good. I will give it the credit it's due. Oh no! The next song is 29. And if you haven't been in the news lately or noticing things on TikTok, basically this song is most likely hinting at Demi's relationship with Wilmer Valderrama. I find it very ironic that she released this song on the 17th.
Coincidence? I think not!
But yeah, let's hear this one out. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared.
Leader, student, and a teacher, far from innocent. What the fuck's consent?
Okay, this song might be really hard for me to get through. I'm not gonna lie. Whew.
Funny, just like you were at the time. Thought it was
Chills. I have chills. Oh my god.
all my daddy issues, and the shit continues. But I know fucking better. Now I know fucking
Yes! I have not been in a situation like this, but I've seen a lot of people I know in situations similar to this. And at the time, I never felt it was my place to say anything. I knew it was wrong. And even after they came to that realization themselves, I still felt like it was wrong for me to put my input in. And I don't know why I felt that way. I think we need to just say it for what it is. Grown people in their 20s should not be dating 17-year-olds. From 17 to like 24, you go through so much. You're so mentally vulnerable when it comes to relationships. And when I reached 24, 25 years old, I had this whole shift on how I view things in my life. And that just came from my brain fully developing. So I look at this now and I'm just like, wow. It's so sad that Demi had to go through that. And even sadder to like look back, and they were in the documentary, which one was it? Simply Complicated. That documentary, and she was like, I still love Wilmer, and she was like 25, and it just, oh man, it sucks. It really sucks. And to anyone out there who is like, oh, that's so cool, they're older, they're more mature. Yeah, they are. They're older and they're more mature, and they should date someone who's older and more mature. I think it's important that this conversation be had, so maybe other people who are in similar situations can like look at their situation and be like, wow, this isn't okay. I need to get out of this. Because no matter what, there's also going to be that power dynamic of, I've lived more life than you, I know better. And that can become very dangerous very quickly. So hats off to you, Demi, for putting out this song. I think it's an important song. Okay, harmonies. Okay.
scene would never cross my mind. Thought it was a fantasy, but it was yours. It wasn't mine. 17.
Wow. The emotion there. It really tells me a lot about where Demi was when she wrote this song. It just screams, I just figured this out. And that hurts. That hurts to hear. I'm proud of Demi, though, for discovering this, realizing that it was wrong, and being like, I would never. Good for you, because it's so easy to fall into similar behaviors of the people who hurt us. I'm proud of you for not doing that. Oh, very abrupt ending. Interesting.
I met God
Ooh, you did? Tell me how it went.
just for a minute,
Okay, that's not that long, so I guess you can't get a good impression of him.
giving pieces of my heart just to end up leaving.
This feels less like she went to meet God and more like her experience within the church. I was lucky enough to leave the church when I was 8 years old, but don't want to go there. When I came out initially, a lot of Christian stuff was thrown my way by people trying to guide me back towards being straight. And that was really damaging to my psyche in a way that I'm only starting to unpack now. It's something I can really relate to. And that's why my brain immediately jumps to, this is Demi's experience in the church, not with a conversation with God. Because I believe that a relationship with God can mean many different things. It doesn't have to be tied to a church. It doesn't have to be tied to a specific idea of a deity. Yeah, this just really feels like Demi's specifically discussing church.
Trying to find my happy ending. And well, I got high.
Okay, we're talking about drugs.
And everybody's proud, but I miss my vices.
Okay, I guess it's time to talk about this. Over the summer, I had a relapse. And I'm not going to go too deep into it because I've learned recently that my boundaries really do matter, especially with discussing this stuff online. And I do not want to trigger anybody. But at the same time, I told you guys in my reaction videos, and I quote, if you can't be honest about it, you shouldn't be doing it. And I'm not saying that I'm still drinking. I'm about a month clean again, but I was lying to you guys for a long time. I had lost control with my emotions, and I don't know, I guess when I lose control, I crave control. I have a hard time with change. I have a hard time with letting go of things, and this last year has had me face that in so many different ways, including now being laid off and moving out on my own. All these things really, really affected me in aspects and ways that I've never thought it could. And I drank. I went on a 3-week bender, and I want to say to anyone out there who's struggling with this that it is important to not give up on giving up. And what I mean by that is don't give up on trying to recover. As soon as I relapsed, I was telling my care team about it, my therapist, and my family knew. And I wanted people to know because I wanted them to understand what I was going through. And in a way, I'm sure I worried some people. I'm proud to say that with this relapse, there was no big accident, no big thing that led to me quitting alcohol again. But the last night I drank, I was out in public drinking with a group of people at a bar, and they were all posting their little Instagram stories, and I had to be a lot more, oh, don't post me. And that's when I realized, like, if I can't be honest with you guys about this, then I shouldn't be doing it. So I stopped after that night, and it is, I'll be honest, I've been missing it. I'm utilizing harm reduction right now in my life, and I am choosing not to disclose what that means to me, because like I said earlier in the video, there's a lot of ways that can manifest. And I think that aspect of my recovery should remain private, and I hope you respect that. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride. I've also been dealing with some depression, and funny enough, these videos are the only thing that I have a lot of gusto to want to go and do. And I appreciate you guys for that, because honestly, your responses to these videos are what keep me going sometimes. And yeah, that might seem a little bit egotistical, but I mean, if it's keeping me going, it's keeping me going. So I'm not going to shit on that right now. I hope you guys aren't disappointed in me, but I understand if you are. And I understand also if you don't 100% believe what I'm saying, because it's hard to trust addicts. I hope though that my honesty about this shows. I hope that anyone out there watching this can see this as a reminder that, hey, everyone can slip up and everyone can get back on that horse and try again. And yeah, it's part of the reason I actually got this tattoo recently. A reminder to breathe. It is really, really, really important that in hard times, you remind yourself to breathe. Which I'm gonna do right now. All right, let's get back into the song.
It was working for a while, but it didn't fill the void.
Wow. Oh, I love notes like that. Wow. Oh, wait, is it still going? Interesting ending there. I don't know why they chose to keep that little bit of music at the end there, but I hope it's for a reason.
20 minutes later.
All right, I decided to take a little break, sit outside, chill for a second before getting into the rest of this album. I also realized that I filmed 41 minutes of footage. So this is going to be a beast to edit, so please give this video a thumbs up.
I had a secret, it killed me to keep it. Someone's to blame.
You can't blame Jesus. Holy shit. For one, oh my god, songs that start off like that to me are so sexy. It's something to sink my teeth into. Oh my god. I think this is the song that DEMI referenced in the Zane Lowe interview, being about a specific activity one would do with themselves. I can't say the actual word on YouTube, I don't think, so I'm not going to. But if you know, you know.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I found myself with my 2 little fingers.
Oh my god, I said I think this is, I know now this is the song. Woo! Okay, yeah. Whew, is it hot in here or is it just me?
My right hand's got me singing my praises. Holy water.
Oh, how am I gonna talk about this?
'Cause it feels like
Cut it off. Oh, yes. Okay, so, sorry, it just kind of dawned on me. The cut it off part, that's referring to a line in Matthew 15:10, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm incorrect, I'll put the actual verse here, where it says to cut off your hand so you don't sin. Wow. DEMI wasn't fucking around with this album. Or I guess I should say they were fucking around. That ending note, it sounded like something. And the laugh at the end, oh, love that. I think so far, that song is my favorite. Religion, in this case, is not taking bodily health into mind. It is actually a very healthy activity to do to give yourself some pleasure. And if you are, say, an AFAB individual, or you happen to have periods, it's wonderful for pain relief. So I've heard. Moving on. Lord, please don't let any of my family members watch this video. The next song is City of Angels, and I might have heard a clip of this already. I don't remember, but I just remember DEMI posting some stories and trying to skip through them as best I could, but I do think I've heard a little clip of this, so we'll find out. So this is about Los Angeles. I've always wanted to visit Los Angeles. Actually, one of my friends is in Los Angeles for a week right now. Everything I hear about Los Angeles is just a lot of like, yeah, it's just your typical average boring city, except it's harder to get anywhere. So that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I think we all have these fantasies of what a place will be, and then we get there and it's not exactly that. And I think for DEMI being there for 15 years, as they mentioned, it wears off on you after some time. Yeah, I've heard this bit before. Why does this remind me of another song? I don't know if it's a song on this album or on her first 2 records, but this reminds me of a song. If I can think of it, I'll insert it here, but if I can't and you know what I'm talking about, please tell me in the comments, because this is giving off a very similar vibe to another one of her songs, and I just can't put my finger on it right now, and that would be very much so appreciated. Oh my god! That's so funny, because like all the Disney stars got to skip all the lines every time they went to Disneyland as part of their contracts. That's funny. I like that. But I think I heard something else. I'm gonna quickly scroll back a bit. Okay, why do I resonate with that so much? I like that rhyming, I do. There's that classic Demi high note we all know and love. Wow, I like that song. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I do like it a lot. I see so much variety in the topics Demi's going into in these songs, and I'm really interested and intrigued by them. The Ayo at the rodeo, that was such a good rhyme, I must say. That was really good. That part where Demi goes, "You call me they, but I'm still daddy's girl." I feel like that resonates for a lot of people who use she, they pronouns, and I don't know that personally, but gender's complicated. That's all I'm gonna say about that. The next song is Bones, and I happen to have a song by the same title. I've never released it, but it was one of the first songs I ever written, and it was dark and heavy. So I'm curious every time I see a song title that reflects one of my own, how it might relate or how it might differ. So this should be good. Wow. There's songs like this with Demi where I'm just like, fuck, are you reading my mind? And no, I will not get into why. Whew. Wait a minute. Demi had no right to go this hard. Like, what? That transition from like the verses, you think you know how it's gonna go, and then the chorus fucking slaps you like, bitch.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Wow. And I'm genuinely surprised because like I said, I don't typically gravitate towards this music that often. I will say though, I've been really into these two artists, Pyrus, I think is her name, and Maggie Lindman. Maybe that's why I'm getting more into this genre of music, but it is good. I really fuck with the song so far. Shit! Chills in the back of my head here. I'm gonna hurt myself. By the way, this is very different from my song. Wow. I'm sweating so much from this. Jesus Christ. By the way, yes, I did purchase this at Pride, and no, I'm not ashamed of it. Back to the song. No, but like that ending of the song was so fucking good. Oh, that was like orgasmic. If you know what I mean, you know exactly what I mean. God fucking damn, Demi. Why do you do this? Why do you go so hard? Anyway, the next song is Wasted. Ooh.
Like a lightweight, like a cheap day, live without this now.
Okay, I have to say, one of my favorite things about Demi changing genres is the fact that they can do different notes to end off a verse or a line. Things like that you just heard, where it goes da 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 da, like more minor chords. It sounds so good, and seeing Demi utilize that with their natural voice, it's so nice to hear. It's different. It's not something we're typically used to hearing Demi do. And this versatility with artists that can change genres like this, it's so wonderful. I felt this way when Miley Cyrus did Plastic Hearts, and when Selena Gomez put out Bad Liar and Fetish, which, by the way, we need a conclusion to that, Selena. We need a conclusion, and I am waiting for that era to re-emerge. I know that like that era ended prematurely because of her health, but now that she's like back at it, doing her thing, can we finish that era, please? Yeah, people can be like drugs too. 100%, especially if you have anxious or avoidant attachment styles, or disorganized attachment styles as they're more commonly known as. it is complicated for sure. I've definitely fallen victim to that. And oh boy, this hits home in a way that I did not expect. I feel like this song, it definitely has the versatility, but it's not like hitting me in the way I don't know, maybe I'm just tired. But yeah, this song just isn't hitting me in the way that the others have so far. And we've kind of gotten past the middle point of the album and there hasn't been that slump yet, so I'm curious to see if this is the slump and then it'll pick up after. But wow, it's still a good song, you know. I'm not knocking that. This could have been on any DEMI project. You know what I mean? It really gives off like older DEMI song vibes. And I don't know. I like the other music, I think, a lot because it touched on things that we don't typically hear DEMI talk about. And this one just feels like something they've been through before. That's just my opinion, though. You don't have to agree. Okay, I do like how DEMI ended this song because the other songs have been like a lot more of a bigger end, a bigger sound, something a little sound bit here and there, or the song just like intense notes and then letting that ring out. DEMI slowing this track down, I think, was very interesting. Interesting that this is the first song that doesn't... Oh no, this is Come Together. Oh my god, I thought... Oh god. This whole time I've been reacting to the song thinking it was Dead Friends and being so anxious, but I'm actually kind of happy it's not. It's okay. I'm not vibing with it much yet, but I think that might be because my anxiety from hearing Dead Friends is kind of on my mind. So let me give this song a fresh take from here on out. This is giving off old Avril Lavigne vibes, and it's not really grabbing at me. I definitely believe this is where the slump in the album is, which is interesting because it's closer to the end of the album, so I'm a little concerned. But they're also not bad songs, so it's kind of like this weird thing where you listen to this entire album and then there's that slump. If you listen to this as a one-off, you'd be like, oh, this is a rockin' song. But because of other songs on this album, I'm like, oh, this one is just a little... eh. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It's just the slump of the album, and you know, every album has that, I feel. Yeah, this song is definitely not going to be my favorite, but it's not bad. It's just giving off, I'm trying to copy Avril Lavigne in 2004 vibes, and you know, that's cool. I think it's a good song. It's just, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't grab at me. It doesn't pull me in. DEMI's vocals though, you can't deny that DEMI can fucking sing. Like, everyone can hate on DEMI and dislike some of their actions, and like I've said throughout this video, I've not been happy with everything they've been doing, but they can sing like no one else. It's just a fact. And yeah. what else can you say after that? The next song is Dead Friends though, and I'm gonna take a second and breathe. All right, let's hear Dead Friends.
I'm breathing in and out. They don't dance with the devil I made through hell, and I don't know why.
Okay, so this is about survivor's guilt. Interesting that DEMI decided to use I Dance with the Devil again. I appreciate that callback. But yeah, this is clearly about you know, seeing people pass away from addiction. I know that Mac Miller died shortly after DEMI's relapse, which rest in peace to Mac. And my heart goes out to his family, friends, and fans. It is just, it's fucking terrible. You never know when it'll hit you or when it could hit you. And when you've survived something that someone else dies from, you just kind of look at it like, how did I live and they die? It is the worst type of guilt. Wow. It just kind of hits you like they can never send that text. They can never see the sun. They can never see where I'm at now. It's hard. I've had friends pass away for various different reasons throughout my life. And one thing that happened that I've been kind of hesitant to share was that one night I went out to a rave. This was years ago. And I was offered drugs by someone. I said no. Unfortunately, someone within that circle, I didn't know them very well, but people I was with knew them well. They passed away that night from an OD. And that's actually what stopped me from going to raves, because that just kind of hit me in a way that I didn't expect. I didn't really know this person that well. I think I might have had a quick hello to them once, but it's hard. It's hard to see that happen, to be fearful of the people who I know still doing that stuff. You know, it scares me in a lot of ways, and it is rough seeing anyone die young, but especially from addiction. It is a fucking terrible thing. And it's important to say this: if your heart's still beating, there's a chance at recovery, and you do not need to go at it alone. Just for anyone else who might need that right now. Oh God, this is heavy. I like the fact that the songs on this album, they have like a heavy rock feel to them, even if they're like heavy, sad songs. It's not like a sad ballad, and I think that it helps, especially me, getting through this album, because, you know, I have something else. My brain's like, oh, this is a good beat. So I'm not as intently thinking of the content of the lyrics. And for this album, I think that's probably healthy for me, and it probably was healthy for DEMI too, because it can't all just be dark and gloom. And it's a very, very wonderful way of going about it in this case, because, you know, death is one of those things none of us can escape, and writing about it is something that's very complicated. I've written a lot about death over my life. I've had a lot of death in my life, beyond just addiction and stuff, and I'm not really comfortable going into that, but it's something you can't explain. It's heavy, it's dark, it's hard to know how you'll react in any given situation until it happens. And to anyone mourning anyone right now, I'm sending you my love. It is so fucking hard, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I understand your pain, but I've dealt with the pain of a loss before, and I know it can be really dark, and you're not alone with that. It's sad that death is one of the traumas we all will face and experience, but that humanness to it is something I think that can be beautiful, in the sense that it brings us all together, that we're all going to go one day. And it's so important to live every day like it's your last, because you don't know. You never know. Chills. Again, really glad that song was a lot more upbeat in terms of production. It really helps digest the content of the lyrics. And I don't know if you saw me, I don't know if I'll include it, but I had to look up for a second, because I was just like thinking of certain people and like sending them my thoughts and such. Oh man, that's rough. We are in the final stretch. There's only 3 songs left. The next one is Help Me featuring Dead Sarah. I don't know who Dead Sarah is. I hope it's a good song. I don't know what to expect with this one, so let's get into it. Was not expecting that.
There's nothing
No, thank you for your useless information. Wow, that hits many homes for me. Sometimes people just want to help you and they don't really know how to do that, and then they kind of say some stupid shit. Dealt with a lot of that this year, and oh my god, that is so wow. Also, I think Dead Sarah is the one in the background vocals in the pre-chorus. I like their vibe so far. I mean, my mouth is just open. I don't really know how to respond yet, so let's keep listening.
On how to behave, choking on your ego. Can do before the two parties up. There's nothing I can do when I'm really helping. You think you're helping. Explanation.
This song is definitely the least pop on the album, I must say. And I don't know much about Dead Sarah's music, so that could possibly be why I feel that way, but it's very, very rock. Like, this is so rock. It more so leans into the punk side of things, I think. But I don't know. I know that this is inspired by like the Warped Tour vibes and things like that, so I have that in mind. It's not my favorite, but out of the ones that are definitely not my favorite, it's the best. And that seems like kind of weird to say. I would say it's somewhere in like the top 10, but not in the top 5 for sure. That's just my personal viewpoint on it. It's leaning more away from the pop side of things, and let's just face it, I'm a pop bitch. We all know this. So yeah, I think that might be why, but I don't think it's a bad song. I don't know if I'll listen to it again, but if it came on, I wouldn't change it, so nice. The next song is Feed, and I'm curious to see what the song's about, considering there's another song called Eat Me. I wonder if it kind of correlates, but I'm excited. Oh my god, I can't fucking, okay. Wait a minute! Okay, remember my Avril Lavigne I can't speak! Avril Lavigne's album had one slow song at like the second to last song. This is the second to last song and we're starting off with some piano? Oh no! I don't know what to do! Ah! Oh lordy.
I found my soul just to lose my mind. Met with the heat.
I found my soul just to lose my... Wow. That is my favorite lyric on this album now. That is so poignant, so well thought out, so deep. Fuck! Oh my god.
All of the sinners know my name.
Wow.
But I decide which one to feed. Some days
Yeah, it can really be like that. I don't know if this song is specifically about addiction, but that's how it feels with my recovery, at least. Because when I was in my relapse, I just kind of felt so disconnected from myself in the way that, like, there was this part of me that wanted to be healthy and clean. And this other side of me that was just, like, feasting on the alcohol. And it felt like they were both in my head at the same time, fighting with each other constantly. I still had that a little bit, but exactly what Demi said, you choose which one to feed. I think this one might just be in my top 5. Like, the lyrics behind it are so thoughtful and poignant, and I guess I was wrong in assuming that the song would be a slower ballad, but I'm kind of glad that isn't the case, because if people want to listen to it, they can just listen to it and enjoy the music, and then the people who like really like to think about the lyrics, like myself, they also have that to sink their teeth into, and this song is a beautiful example of that. Wow.
I found my wings just to lose my ground. One move howls while the other
Come on, the lyrics! Fuck. Yes! Okay, it's back to slow. Yeah, this one's definitely in my top 5. Wow. I really love this one. I don't have much to say, it's just that good.
I decide which one to feed.
Oh, it hit me. Why I might like this one. The way that the chorus is like, I decide which one to fade. It gives off a little bit of a country twang to it. I like that. I like that a lot. I can't believe it just kind of hit me now. But yeah, it gives off country vibes. And in a way, I feel like this song could have easily been on Demi's last project as like an ode to their past music. And it would fit in perfectly with that album. But it also fits perfectly here. And oh, man, it's so good. I'm definitely adding that to my playlist. It is so fucking good. The last song on this album is Forever For Me, and now we know who this song is about because as I'm filming this, it's August 20th, so happy birthday, Demi. But Demi's partner actually posted a little collage of videos and photos of them together, and they publicly admit they're dating. And I gotta say, kind of cute. I mean, I kind of ship it. They're cute. Good on you, Demi. Good on you for getting some love. And I remember in the Zane Lowe interview, Demi said that she played this song for him, and it was like a cute little moment. So I'm excited. I think this is like gonna be one of Demi's first big love songs in a long time, and I'm really excited. So let's listen to it. Oh, it's guitar. Oh, you guys know I'm a sucker for acoustic music. Oh my God.
Walls came down. Where did they go? Fell for you. Smitten and hopelessly lost in this feeling. Maybe I'm healing. Couldn't be scared if I tried. I think this is forever for me.
Oh, Demi! I'm so happy for you!
Wait to hug and thank your mother.
Oh my God, I got chills! Oh my God! Okay, I wasn't 100% sure about the he, him pronouns. Now that Demi said it in the song, I know for sure. Wow. Oh my gosh, Demi, I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for anyone who finds love, because I'm just like perpetually single, like extremely perpetually single. But it makes me so happy to see so many people I know like getting into relationships and being happy with that. And again, same with Demi, like I'm really happy for them in this relationship. Oh my God, this is so cute. I love it. Oh, I love this. Oh. That da 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 da. I love when songs do this. Fuck yeah. This is so cute. I can't. I love this so much. It's so. Wow. What a unique and beautiful way to end this album. I love that song. I'm really happy that Demi chose the album order in the way that they did, because this is really good. I'm really happy for her in her relationship, and my golly, we all went through a roller coaster now, didn't we? All right, so here are my final thoughts on the entire album. I think this was well done, well produced, well made. I'm really, really impressed. I love the way that they used the production to kind of enhance every song. And, you know, the last song was specifically very, very slow, but still had that intense instrumental element to it. And I think that was really well done. The thing that I like about this album versus Love Sucks is that the content about it is so deep and rich, and it felt like every song could stand on its own. While there were a few songs that kind of slumped for me, I think that was more because the content felt repetitive and less so about the actual music itself, which is a really good sign, at least in my viewpoint on albums, in the sense of longevity. I really, really hope that Demi makes either City of Angels or Heaven a single, because I can just imagine the music videos for those. And I really appreciate Demi breaking down so much of their life and their truth in this music. I think it's wonderful. Obviously, you guys know I will always have a special place for Demi in my heart, even though I definitely am not super happy with some of the decisions they made, especially regarding harm reduction and platforming specific people. But, you know, at the end of the day, they know what they're doing. They're incredibly talented at their job, and I'm really glad this music exists. I'm definitely gonna have a lot of these songs on my playlist for a bit, and I'm really excited. And if there's any critique I have on any of the songs, I really would have loved in certain areas to hear more of Demi's voice rather than the music. But other than that, production wise, this was fantastic. And I think I actually like this album more than the Dancing with the Devil album, because it just feels like Demi more. There are certain times when I was listening to this album where I could just picture Demi as like a 15-year-old singing this song and being like, wow, Demi, look how much you've grown. I just want to also take a quick moment to say thank you to everyone who watches these videos, likes, subscribes, all that stuff, because you guys, again, you keep me wanting to make more of these videos, and I have such a blast sharing my music with you, because for me, music is such an intimate thing, and it's hard to share that with people. I've had a really hard time with that, and I feel more comfortable now that I do this stuff online, that, you know, people can resonate and hear what I'm saying, and it doesn't matter if you guys agree or not, you guys give me the space to do this, and I really appreciate it. Oh my god, you guys, I completely forgot to mention my top 5. So on the screen right now, these are my top 5 songs from Holy Fuck. Let me know what your thoughts and your top 5 are in the comments down below. I would love to read them. But yeah, with that out the way, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell to be notified whenever I upload. I'm just gonna put this out into the universe right now. I would absolutely love to hit 1,000 subscribers by Halloween. If you want more from me, including my poetry, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All of those are at Carson Bohdi. And if you want to help support me making more of this content, you can check out my Patreon. Usually I do extended versions of these reactions. Not in this case, but in my next reaction, I will definitely have an extended for you. And if you want to also support me by buying some merch, go to carsonscreatives.com. But again, I would wait a week or two because I will have a sale going on. You didn't hear that from me. Shh, it's a secret. Shh, don't tell anyone, it's a secret. And there might also be some new products. I don't know, we'll see, maybe. Also, I want to quickly mention that I don't know when my next reaction video will be. There's a lot of stuff I need to work on in the next couple months, especially considering I am laid off now. But hopefully I'll be able to make some more soon. And I hope you guys will enjoy those videos when they come. Now, I'm gonna go get ready for a dinner that I'm running a little late to. And I will see you all with my next upload, hopefully very soon. Bye, guys.